Let's try. Let's get the music going. Not music. It's not music. It's not music, ladies and gentlemen. It is not. Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. I think the window's good. Everything's good. We're packed up. Everything's good. Everything's good. All right, good morning, fellow travelers. It is Monday morning, November the 10th, 2025. The temperature in Hampstead is 39 degrees. The skies are partly cloudy. This is your delivery driver / meteorologist, Greg Baffert, reporting from Hampstead, Maryland. Friday, yesterday was Friday. No. I was off on Wednesday, Thursday, there was Friday. Oh, no, I'm lost. Today's Saturday. That's all I know. Today's Monday. Oh my God. Anyway, in our last episode, we were driving along the section here, and I think at some point I noticed that it seemed a little dim. Now, it was a little weird. It was kind of hazy, kind of weather. It was a weird morning, but we did have a headlight out. We confirmed it when we got down to this first delivery site. So, I've completed my route on Saturday. That was Saturday. I completed the route, risking my life. But, Bob got right on it. By Saturday afternoon, the headlight was repaired. Now, yesterday, we normally only have one delivery on Sunday, but they did not have a delivery yesterday, so I didn't drive yesterday. So yeah, our last episode was on Saturday. And it is now Monday morning. Headlights are bright and clear. Weather's clear. Everything's good. We got a full load today. 3 deliveries. Bye. Da, 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 da. That was good. Yeah, so I basically had the van sitting outside of the bakery all that time, but the heat wasn't on. Can't really get it too cozy warm, you know, because there's another deer. There are a lot. Okay, I got a story about the deer too. So there's a deer story coming up this morning for everyone's entertainment. But there are a lot of dead deer on the road. No, it's that time of year, but it's just, I think there's like 3. On my trip from home to the bakery in the morning, there are 3 deer laying on the side of the road. There's one of them, I'll try to point him out. I don't know if you're going to see him. He's on the left-hand side going down. So he's right on the side, like he's right up to the white line on the side of the road, right? And he's looking toward the road. And to make it a little more exciting, it is the part of the road, when that section of the road, as I come up, this is Route 30, coming up north of Glendon, for anybody that's familiar with Maryland. So I'm a little bit above Glendon, and there's a road there called Kemp Road, and there was a deer there. I first noticed him on Saturday morning. He was laying there. But the reason what my point was going to be that section of the road, there's like an area right toward the middle of the lane, right where your left side tires would go if you were driving normally down the lane, right? But there's a section of the road there where it's kind of bumpy. They've tried to fix it a couple times. I think they try to smooth out the pavement there, but whatever they've done always kind of comes back up. Like it doesn't stay smooth for very long. And hold on everybody, we got a situation. I just want to stay focused. I want to stay focused here. Because driving safely is a priority. So in that section of the road, as you're coming up, you kind of, if you know about it, which obviously I do, and especially since if I'm in the van coming up, it rattles. So when I drive along there, I stay close to the right side of the road, like right on the white line, because you can avoid riding over this bumpy section if you're to the right hand side of the lane. So I'm within the lane, but right on the white line, and the deer is outside of the lane, but also right on the white line, pretty close. Not, but like close enough that when you drive by, it's like, ooh, there's a deer, and he's looking right at you. Is faced toward you, and originally he looked like he was looking. Now I think nobody's hit him, so it's not smashed up or anything, but it's still there. You might be able to see him when I go by. I'll try to remember to point it out, because I know I've probably built up so much excitement now that you're probably going to want to see it. But I have a story for today. So I'm driving into the bakery, this road, and I'm not going to say I hit a deer, but I did make contact. I would say it was more of a bump than a hit. I have had the opportunity to look at my car. I don't see any damage. I don't even see any, like I would have expected like maybe oil from their hair or some hair or something. Because I definitely bumped this deer pretty aggressively. We haven't passed the spot where I did it, so I'm hoping that as I drive by, there isn't going to be like an angry deer kind of sitting on the side rubbing his hip, because I know it hurt. But he was one of two, so there would be two deers. There'd be one standing there looking, and then there would be another one looking at him, and then he would be sitting there like just rubbing his hip, because he got it good. I felt bad. The first one made it across. I'm like coming up, the speed limit's like 50, so I was probably going 55 or 60 or something. I wasn't like going crazy fast, but I see the deer ahead of me, and I see the first one go across, and I'm like, whenever there's one deer, there's always another. So I try to hit the brakes, and I did kind of hit the brakes aggressively, and the deer almost made it, the second deer, almost made it across, but I kind of got his butt. I mean, I definitely hit him. I mean, I hit him. But I think he ran off. Or well, let's say he limped off. That might be a better way to describe it. I think he limped off. I don't know. I didn't stick around to wait. But I know that I didn't like smash him and he wasn't like, you know. But if there's a deer laying on the side of the road up here a little bit, I might have an emotional breakdown. I don't know exactly where it was because I was so traumatized. But it was somewhere down here. Like, we're not... What are you doing? What are you doing? The guy probably had his high beams on or something. Yeah, I'm thinking we might... Yeah, can you do that again for me, please? Maybe your high beam's sensitive. I could always throw the high beams on. If that helps. No, it was like along here, I think. I'm thinking. Like, we're not far. So, keep an eye out on the right-hand side. It was running across my way up. He was going from the side to the left, right? He was going right to left. So, now, we're going the opposite direction. So, he'd be on the right-hand side now. I think we've already passed the area where it happened. He's definitely still feeling it, even if he's not on this. Oh, well, this is good. This is good. He's probably turning right where, when I go to the right-hand side to pass it, I'm going to hit the deer. You watch. Okay. Wouldn't that have been ironic if that was the spot? That was the spot where it happened. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking we're past it now. And I'm telling you, these two headlights, it's a wonderful thing. They invented cars, man. They got that right. I looked at the video yesterday, or no. Well, I guess I did look at it yesterday, or Saturday night, whatever it was. But, I mean, it's obviously just one light. I don't know why I was thinking that it might have just been me. It was obviously just one headlight, especially now that I have both back. So that happened. I'm just glad I wasn't driving the van. I mean, well, here's two things. One side of me is kind of like, well, it would have been... he didn't do any damage, and it all worked out okay. But I did have to hit the brakes hard. So, it would have been a bad situation for my passengers. If I had an empty van, like, let's say it happened and I had just made a delivery and that wouldn't have been bad. But if I had my my passengers, I would have definitely I would have had some shifting on the trays. But I would have had a video of it. See, that's the only thing. I mean, I don't want to hit a deer. I wouldn't mind having one run in front of me just for the video, for the concept, having, you know, something on video, but I don't. So I don't want to hit a deer, but, you know, scare one maybe, for the sake of live streaming education. Well, let's call it education. For educational purposes, I think it would be helpful to scare it. And scare me. I mean, it would scare me too. I'm not all about the deer. I'm not trying to. I would sacrifice myself in that situation. For you, the viewers. So if anybody types something in the live chat, I'm going to hear it read out to me out loud on the speaker. You will probably hear it also, maybe not loudly, but you might hear it. I think I want to go that route because I don't like driving with that one earbud in. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Oh, not even close. Up that way, so might have been the last shot. I woke up this morning 2 minutes before the alarm. Well, I probably woke up 3 or 4 minutes before the alarm, but I was laying there and I'm like, you know when you wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, before you look at the clock, you think, am I going to look and have 2 more hours to sleep, or am I going to look and the alarm's going to go off any second? Today was definitely the latter. I was only like, when I looked up, it was 2 minutes before the alarm. So I turned off the alarm, got the day started. I was starting that story for a reason. I was going to go somewhere with that story. I was going to go. Oh, but I did wake up. The first minute or two after I woke up, the reason I didn't look at the clock right away is because, well, one, I was just laying there thinking, I wonder how long I have to sleep. And then the other, and I had plenty of sleep, so I wasn't overly tired. 6 miles, 6 minutes. But I had just, you know how like when you have a dream, I didn't remember a lot of it. I remembered enough to know that it was just not, it wasn't a happy dream. I was kind of, it wasn't scary. I think I was upset about something, like kind of like angry, sad, confused kind of thing. It wasn't scary at all, but it was definitely something that had me, like, my head felt a little, you know that feeling like you're a little tense, you're a little ticked off about something and you're coming down from it. And I kind of know what it was. I don't want to get into what it was, but it was weird. So I remembered enough to know that the reason I didn't really have a headache, but I just had that sort of like that tight feeling in my head. And it went away quickly. It's just a stress thing. I think I had been not grinding my teeth, but at least, what do you call it if you're just biting down really hard? So that happened. Yesterday, I was on YouTube, and one of the videos that recommended, it's been recommending to me the videos, and he's making a lot of short videos that the guy from Veritas Vans, which is where I got the mount for my Starlink Mini, which is what I'm using. One day I'll do a video and show you how I set that up every day. I should do that soon. I mean, it takes me literally 2 seconds. I think I was saying when I set this whole thing up that I didn't want it to take me any extra time. Like if I was going to have to set up camera and set up hook things up and the wires and all that stuff. So the reason that I use this, that it's so easy, is because it's battery, right? I've got a battery that's connected. It's to it's designed specifically for the Starlink Mini. You can also get that. I think I've already said you can pretty much get all of this stuff. You can get the Starlink, you can get the battery, you can get the mount, everything at Veritas. I mean, they do it all. And I don't get paid by them. I did think about sending them a message the other day to ask if I could put a link to them on my site, because I really do think for anybody who's thinking about getting a Starlink Mini, even if you're just doing it to be able to have somebody's riding with you and they want to work remotely, or it's like you're sitting at home with the internet. I mean, it is a pretty powerful connection. You lose it if you drive under a bridge, obviously in a tunnel, but anywhere that you lose sight of the sky for any period of time, and you will be able to tell when that happens to me, because the picture will just freeze. But it only lasts a few minutes. I'm saying a few minutes. Usually it isn't even a few minutes, unless I stop. But so back to yesterday. So yesterday, really, I almost went over there and saw that energetic little critter coming along. So I'm online and I can smell his exhaust. That's how much gas, that's how much fuel he's burning. I can smell it. So I'm on YouTube, and it shows me this short clip. So this guy named Sam that works at Veritas Vans, it makes like little, 2-minute, 1-minute clips, probably only 1 minute or so, just showing you how to use something. Or I mean, he's, you know, it's his company, so he's trying to promote. Here's the mount. Here's this. Here's that. And he kind of does a short little explanation of how to use it or why you'd want to use it. And so I look at him. You know, like when I scroll up through my shorts, he's usually in there now. But so toward the end of this clip, he closes up the case. He's talking about the case that they sell, and I'm thinking about getting a case. I don't know if I want something that big, because really all I carry is that. But anyway, I gotta go off on tangents. So he's closing the thing, and he says, bada. He said, bada bing, bada boom. I knew I would forget which way's right. Bada bing, bada boom. So I thought it was funny. So I go online and I'm like, but I didn't know how to spell. This is how stupid I am. I didn't know how to spell bada boom, bada bing, or bada bing, bada boom. So I typed it into Google, and I realized that, or discovered, well, one, I learned how to spell it. It's B-A-D-A, by the way, bada, and then bing, boom. Those two words, I got that. But however he said it, and I can't blame him for saying it wrong, because now I can't even tell you which way is right. Bada bing, bada boom. I think he said bada bing, bada boom, but it's really boom, bing. Bada boom, bada bing. No. Bada boom, bada bing. I think he said bada boom, bada bing, but it's really bada bing, bada boom, I think. Look it up. I'm making an idiot out of myself because I didn't even remember properly. It's confusing. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, you know, I'm like, I want to type him a message. I put a comment on the thing that just said, I loved it when you said bada boom, bada bing. But in order to check the spelling, I looked online, and I think the saying is the other way. Whichever way he says it, it's the other way when you look it up. So then I thought, okay, this is how stupid my mind works. So then, as I'm replying to his thing after I've looked it up, now all of this happens within a span of about 30 seconds, right? Like me explaining it to you is taking much longer than it took in real life. But in my mind, I'm thinking, now when I reply to him and I say, I loved it when you said bada boom, bada bing. Should I say it? Should I type it the way he said it? Or should I type it the way I think it is right? And what do you think I did? Guesses. I typed it the way he said it. Because I thought, you know what? I don't want to be like a smart-ass guy. I'm like, you didn't say it right. That wasn't the point of my comment. My comment was just to say I liked the fact that he said it. I thought it was funny. Okay, enough about that. All right, let's see. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Lenny's. Boom. Stop number 1. We're good. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be back. touch it. All right. Keep an eye on that rack. Alrighty. I'll be back. Back. Oh. Did I get? You know what? Hey, I got a couple checks. Got a couple checks, ladies and gentlemen. This check. I don't know. It's got, looks a little smudgy, you know what I mean? Alright. Like, I'm assuming where the smudge is might be okay, but it was like that when I got it. All right, here we go. Boom, front. Oh, you know what the other thing was I thought about? I don't know if it's happening today or not, but I was watching. There we go. Got that done. I don't like my hands being yucky. I was watching the video from Saturday. I think it was Saturdays. These people. Maybe you'd want to move when you see the car coming together. That would be a great idea. It was super. Watching the video the other day, and there was like this noise, and it is not a noise that I'm familiar with in the van, but it sounded like I was popping popcorn in the van, like Jiffy Pop popcorn. That's exactly what it sounded like. And it was pretty constant, like as I'm driving along. I don't know what it was. But then I noticed that when I was watching another dash cam video guy, the one from out in the Northwest somewhere, I was kind of hearing the same kind of thing, so I don't know what it is. But it sounds like it's not trays rattling. It's not this blinker. I don't know. I did something to my knee. I twisted my knee or something. Like, under normal circumstances, it's fine. I don't feel it. But when I was, like, leaning in to get the trays slightly at an angle or something. Might have to do like right now you'd be hearing like this popping noise that sounds like I'm making popcorn in the back. Whoa, we're going. I saw people that were doing video, they were just making videos. I don't think they were live streaming, but these are people that like make videos of themselves, point of view as the driver in a car. So their video actually is set up in a way so that you're not just looking out the windshield. You feel like you are the driver, so you can see the dash and the steering wheel and stuff like that. So it's like a very wide-angled lens. There's mostly people that were like driving sports cars or the, what do you call that stuff, where they're like driving through dirt roads and stuff. There's a name for it. It's not coming to me, but they were wearing like GoPros and stuff on their hats. Like you'd have a hat that had a clip on it, and then so you're actually seeing kind of what the person's. But I'm like, no, Craig, no. I mean, first of all, I don't think a GoPro or those little mini cameras like that, I don't think they have the battery life that I need for, for this kind of streaming. I don't think I think the audio would be even harder to get right. You'd have to actually have a separate recording device and all that. So it's not somewhere I want to go. I kind of like the body cam kind of effect where you can see what I'm doing or where I'm going. I mean, I kind of like that, but that's like a whole nother level. Watching the guy, I actually sat down to eat dinner. Now my dinner is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when I usually eat. And it's around 3, maybe a little before. But I'm sitting there eating dinner, watching the dash cam guy. Didn't say a word the whole time. Like, if I'm watching it on my TV, I don't really have the chat open, so I couldn't even see if anybody was chatting. I could tell when I signed on that it had the 8 or 10 people or whatever, but he didn't say anything. And I didn't say anything. Okay. Stop number 2. And she's here. I see her car. Let's see if the door's unlocked. I will. I don't really want to keep doing that. I want to keep moving that every time I stop. Yeah, here we go. The door's open! Yay! Oh. Bag of bones. Bag of dog bones. I'll be right back. Okay. I got paper towels for cleaning the windshield. Use that for my... Okay. Alrighty, 2 down, 1 to go. Good. That's good. That'll work. Let's just get way too picky with that today. What is going on? Okay. All right. Final destination. One of the things I was trying to look into when I was watching these videos yesterday, there's probably, I didn't spend a lot of time on it yesterday, but they're kind of some of the videos that are being recommended to me are related to the subject. Ooh, there's a deer over there. Aw, it's just kind of hanging out on the sidewalk. They're related to the subject of live streaming, driving, that whole world that I find myself in these days. And I'm curious about camera. I don't think it shakes too much. It does shake a little bit, but it's pretty stable up there. I don't know what you can do to make that any different. I mean, some of the equipment some of these people have are. I saw this one guy from Australia talking about how he sets up his cameras when he records in his car. Well, he's got like a tripod set up in the passenger's area that, he's talking about how he's got it kind of pressed into one area so that it doesn't move much. Like, no, not doing all that. Then there's this, you can buy stuff, I guess it's mainly for people who are taking video of the driver. But you can really mount them all over the place, different equipment. one guy did say that though he was trying out a different microphone. He didn't say whether he thought it was a whole lot better or not. I think he was working with an iPhone, and he bought something that allowed him to, you know, like a Bluetooth mic that was hooked to his collar. Dash cam I was watching yesterday, the bird guy. I'll just call him the bird guy from now on. But he's the site name is, or the channel name is The Bird Chef. Chef like in CHEF. The Bird Chef. So they're always clear videos. And they do have a chat window open. Respond if you talk to them. But very clear video. He was more on the road. Like I think I said the other day that he's in a neighborhood and making really very frequent stops. Like really frequent. It's surprising sometimes when he's driving through a neighborhood. It's like, is he a regular mailman? It was like this. He was stopping quite a bit sometimes, but yesterday he was more out. You know, like he spent a little bit more time on the road, going from one to the other. Very hilly out there. And I'm thinking, I saw a shadow of the truck. Like you could see at one point when he was driving, you could see the front of the truck on the road. Not the front of the truck, but the shadow of the truck in front of the truck. And you could tell it's like, it looks like it's probably, you know, like not a giant. Well, maybe. I don't know how big it would be, but it looks like it has the shape of a UPS type truck. I'm pretty sure he's not associated with UPS, but I don't know. Speed up. Speed up. think I saw news today that the government shutdown is over. Sounded like they settled something last night. I didn't get too much detail on it, but it's probably good news for people. I was pretty lucky this morning with the deer. For those of you that may have just joined, I did bump a deer this morning. I call it a bump. It wasn't hard enough. It wasn't bad enough to call it a hit. Like, I didn't hit a deer. To me, hitting a deer would mean that the deer dies. My deer just has a sore hip, right? And damaged my car. So, but I definitely hit it. Like, if it had been a person, I would have had to stop. Yeah, it was two deers. Two deer. One got passed. That's the one I saw originally. I'm like, okay. And I was going, 50, well, probably 55 miles an hour at least. So, one got passed, and the second one is the one that I nipped. So I was braking very aggressively. I mean, to the point where, like, I had the Starlink, because this was on my way to the bakery this morning. So I had the Starlink on my back seat, just laying on the seat, and it did, my braking was aggressive enough that it fell onto the floor. I mean, it's in an undestructible case, so nothing happened to it. But it would have been, if I had been on a delivery with 100 donuts in the back, it would not have been a pretty thing. But so I was slowing, so at that point I didn't even bump him at 50 miles an hour. I was probably down to at least half that at the time of the bumpage. But that was pretty scary. Because I think if I hadn't hit the brakes, it would have been one of those up over the hood kind of things. Oh, another good thing that came out of the headlight being out. Somewhere, either Bob did it or they did it when they fixed the light. But somebody updated the clock. So it is 6:30 right now, right? Yeah. So that's good. Got my clock fixed up. Tower. So there's this water tower on the Liberty Road. We're passing it right now. And it must not be used anymore. But it certainly does have a lot of rust on it. So if they are still using it, I would have two concerns. One is the quality of the water held in it. Two, the safety of the people underneath of it at any given moment. It is hard to paint over rust. I have in my basement pipes going out of the house. I guess it's iron. It's got to be iron or steel, whatever that is. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not an expert on metals, but it rusts. So it has these little tiny spots on it that rust. I don't know, and I don't understand why, because it's not damp in my basement, right? So I've cleaned it. I even sanded it down one time. I painted it with Rust-Oleum. I'm trying, because you just get these spots that kind of appear on it, and I can't get rid of them. Like, I painted over with Rust-Oleum. It'll look fine for I don't know. I tried this a while back. I tried, sanded it, did all the stuff. I looked up like at least 3 or 4 steps I went through after cleaning it, sanding it, going through all this stuff, and so then I painted it. Because the thing is, I wanted to paint it white. Black, the areas that had some rust on them didn't really show up that much, not as badly. But now I'm trying to paint it white. It's probably the worst thing to try to do. But the wall is white, so I wanted to sort of blend in with the wall, and I can't. It blends in except for these spots where there's rust. And I don't want to cover it with anything, because I don't want to do anything crazy. And it's the basement, so it's not like I'm looking at it. Well, I am looking at it every day, but today. So he left the bakery maybe like 15 minutes before me. We'll see who gets back first. What do you think? Should I call? They're not coming yet. They're not coming. She's gonna come as soon as I call. There's a car at the drive-thru. Sometimes they see me when I am. Thank you. Whole lot of trays today. Now we'll load them back up. Cinnamon buns. dokie. All good. Let's go back here. Boom. Right, like that. Okay, back to the bakery. Nobody's there, nobody's there, nobody's there. We got a lot of trays today, baby. Make a clip where I'm explaining what my channel is, what I'm trying to do with my channel. I need to do that. So I might do that. I might try to go through a little explanation. Long, the most one, well, yeah, I could keep it under 1 minute. And then what I would do is take that little clip stick it in my channel as a like the, you know, I don't know how they set. I've just got to look into how that gets set up, but I know I've gone to channels where there's like a video right underneath their title that's sort of, if you click on it, it's always there, so people use it for multiple reasons, but I would want that to be, where somebody could click and just get a quick idea of what I'm doing. Because the goal of my channel is basically just ride along with me, talk to me if you want. I am really looking forward to the day where somebody's in the chat and they type something. Alright, I think this is my 21st. Now, it's gone from, let me just turn the camera on and see what happens, to now I have a whole process. You know, where, okay, we set that up, I've got the text-to-K, I got the Starlink. I mean, I've done a lot of little things along the way, but now I'm like, okay, I really wish, my goal is, you know, to have somebody type something in the chat. Just type anything. And I think I will hear it. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm pretty sure that I will hear it come across the speaker, which would be very exciting. Of course, it would be very disappointing if I don't hear it, but, you know, I don't know. But that's my goal. So my goal is, ride along with me, you can talk to me, ask me anything you want. I mean, I'll answer any question. Now, my answer might be, I don't want to answer that, but at least you know, I won't be offended. So, and then, so that's my streaming. I look at it this way. Part one, I stream. So whenever I'm driving, crazy stuff can happen out on the road. Crazy things can go through my mind. So, you know, I'm here to observe. But if something crazy does happen, then I'll have it on, you know, I'll be able to go back and grab that out of my live stream and stick it out there as a short little video. Whether it's an encounter with some kind of animal, including a human, or something that happens while I'm making a delivery, something happens, anything can happen. When you're on the road, anything can happen. Something always does. Some little thing. But anyway, that's the goal of my channel. So streaming is my main thing. I'm just out here every day driving. And I'm welcome to ride along with me. Listen to me talk to myself. Talk to me if you want. That way I'm not talking to myself. And but I get it. I mean, I don't always chat, even with the. I mean, I'm doing this, but when I watch other people driving, I don't always chat with them, so I get it, you know, no pressure. Just if you have anything to say or ask. I am here. I am an open book. And a lot of just random things come out of my mouth. Life experiences. But I think I'm going to try, here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do my little spiel about what the channel's about. I'm going to try and do that when I'm on Gorsuch Road. No, not Gorsuch Road. Yeah, Gorsuch Road. There's the section right before I get to 482 where I like come up a hill anybody who's ridden along with me before knows, you're like coming up the hill. It's almost like this. No, not like this, because there's no traffic light at the top. You're coming up on a hill, and then it kind of opens up into a wider view, some farmland. It's a very pretty part of the ride. So that would be a good spot for me to have to be riding along and talking about what I do. Of course, obviously I can't speak with notes in front of me, which I normally would have, like, if I was going to make a video about something, I look at it sort of like I used to have to speak in meetings sometimes, or do a presentation in front of a group of people in an office meeting environment. And then you've got, like, either, I never like to have, I don't think you should write out every word you're going to say, because it's not like I have a teleprompter in front of me. But my mind does wander occasionally. I know you're not surprised. So, in order to stay on track and kind of hit everything I wanted to hit, I usually have, like, bullet points in front of me. And so that's, but obviously if I'm driving I can't do that, so we'll give it a shot today, see what happens. I mean, I can practice it endlessly. I can just keep doing it over and over again. I can do it every day. But I saw somebody's talking about, what do you call it? I think they call it adopted biker. And so there was this person who, I thought this was very kind. So he was on a highway. There was this guy on a highway in North Carolina somewhere. The speed limit was like 70 miles an hour. And he comes up on it, and it's like a 2-lane or a 4-lane highway, right? 2 go in each direction. And he comes up on like a motorcycle, a guy that was on a motorcycle, but wasn't a really big bike. I think he said he was going like maybe 40, 45 miles an hour or something like that. So he was going considerably slower than most of the traffic. And which is, if you're just on a motorcycle and you're riding along in the right-hand lane and you're going considerably lower than the speed limit, you're kind of vulnerable, right? Because you got cars coming up behind you at a higher speed, and they've got to merge over. If they don't, obviously that's a problem. If they do, and then you've got cars coming past you on the left, and somebody on the left wants to pass those, so it's a risky situation. And so adopt a biker means that as you're driving along, you just get behind the bike, give them some space, but get behind the bike, and then just ride along. Just chill out, 40 miles an hour, whatever it is. And you're basically a shield from behind for the biker. I thought that was kind of nice. I mean, if you got the time to do it. Obviously, if you're in a rush to get to work. There's the knapsack guy with the shark face. Shark face, knapsack! But no, I thought that was kind of nice. Nice idea. he works at Lowe's. There's a Lowe's over there, and there's a Wise. Or as I like to say, a Weez. Can't tell. He's walking over there, and he's walking, like from my angle, he's walking right in between, like, could be either one. And I'm thinking Weez. Yeah, looks like it. Weez. He's going to Weez. What if he works there? Building in my house. I'm building a little charging station. Kind of gotten tired, especially now that I've got like the Bluetooth speaker, my phone, my Starlink Mini. Like the number of items that I need to charge on a regular basis is growing. And I don't like you know. Not that I really have to hunt for the wires, but you got to get the wire, you got to plug it in, you got the USB-C connection, but that's the same one you use for the phone and for the Mini. So I'm going to build a shelf. I'm going to build like a little station area in my house where all of this stuff is together in one spot. And I have it set up so that there are enough cables, like, you know, the right cables are sticking there. All the cables are kind of hidden away, but you've got the, you know, the plug section of it. Because that's the other thing about it. When you get all this stuff together, you've got a lot of wires all over the place. Which drives me a little batty. So, yeah, so I'm going to have a station where, like, when I get back from, like, as an example, when I get back from deliveries, I'll just plug the Starlink, because the battery is attached to the Starlink. I don't take it out every time, because the case that it's in, that would be a hassle. So just hang the Starlink on the wall, because it has like a handle. So I'm going to hang the Starlink, plug it in, plug in the speaker, Bluetooth speaker that I use at the bakery. And then that's where I would also put my phone at the end of the day. Because I could really go, if I don't use my phone for like this, my phone's probably good for 2 days. I mean, in the past, I've probably got 3 days out of my phone because I don't use it a lot. But with this, I'm down a 2-hour drive like this, a little over 2 hours, takes my phone from like 90% to probably 55%, 55 or 60. It's not awful. It takes the, so that's the phone. So I do have to charge it every day now. Like that wasn't the case in the past. And then I got other stuff. I've got other little Bluetooth speakers. I have this like flossing machine thing. It's like a water pick. It's not a water pick. It's called Nickwell. And that I gotta charge up every few days. So anyway, all this stuff's going to be one spot. Cords will be right there. It'll be very convenient. And that's my goal. My Fitbit. I only have to charge my Fitbit, like, I have the Charge 6. And I don't ever look at it because I wear it on my ankle. So I think if you've got a Fitbit and you're using it like a watch, so you're looking at it frequently throughout the day, you probably don't get the same. Truck for sale, 410-857-0054. That's 410-0054. But so my Fitbit, I only have to charge my Fitbit maybe once a week. Not even that. Probably goes longer than a week, my Fitbit does. The Starlink Mini, I charge that every day. Now, right now, I don't have, that's another thing. So I have to incorporate into my charging station. I have to have one of these that's more of a higher output plug, because higher as far as, charging, not a regular plug, but higher output on the cord, because it takes a long time for the Starlink Mini battery. And it really isn't a Starlink battery. The battery is called Peak Dew. Peakdo, Peak Dew. And I think it's a Chinese company, but it is actually a quality product. I know, that doesn't sound like that would be. Over the weekend. But I charge that to 100% every night. So when I like, this 2-hour trip will probably have me down to 40% left. It's probably about 60, which puts the whole thing, like, that's why I would say I can get 3 hours out of a charge on the Peak Dew battery. Alright guys, as we're going up this hill, I'm going to talk. Maybe clip this, maybe, I don't know. Hey, this is Craig. I just want to let you, hey, see, I don't like the way that sounds already. Hey, this is Craig. I just want to let you know the purpose of my channel. Basically, I deliver every day for a local bakery, and so I take you on my journey through that delivery. And you never know what's going to happen on the road. You got animals out there, you got crazy drivers, all kinds of stuff can happen. Weather. And you'll get to see that. You get to hear me talk to myself, and you're more than welcome to chat. I have it set up so that I should be able to hear you if you talk to me. It'll read it out to me. So you want to ride along, enjoy your morning, or just watch later. If something exciting happens, I'm going to clip it and put it in my videos. Alright, what do you think? Hey, it's my first shot. I'm going to stick it out there. I'm going to clip that. If you were here, nobody was, I don't think. But if you watch this later, I'm going to try that. That's sort of what I'm doing with stuff right now. I'm just like making sure that it works the way I imagine it would. Like if you look, I have a video. I have a video out there called Bunny's Near-Death Experience. And basically, it's not a great video. 28 seconds long. And when I say it's not great because you really can't see. It's not like anything super exciting. Basically, I see a little tiny rabbit run across the road. Okay, so this is not, like spotting an alien or anything, but it worked. It got, and I want to take that and maybe, like, if something happens in a live stream, I think I can have it set up so that at the end of the live stream it refers you to that video. So, you heard me talk about it. But I'm going to have to do that. I'll have little comments if I have a conversation with anybody ever. It's going to happen. Someday it's going to happen. I have faith that one day someone will talk to me. I know Janet will. She's just got to figure out how to get the live chat to work. Then I got the blinker game that I want to set up. That's another idea I got. I'm trying to keep track of some of this stuff. Some of it'll flop. Some of it'll be nothing. No interest at all, but yeah, like, so if I don't use my blinker, if I forget to use my blinker, everybody's eating breakfast. Good morning! I know they hear me too, because, like, when I go by, they all wag their tail. But if I don't use my blinker sometime, if I forget, and we have people in the chat, you can type the word signal, and that means I didn't signal at a time when I should have. And if you're the first to type the word signal, which will be very easy at the beginning because I don't have anybody watching, but if you type the word signal, then you get a point, and then I accumulate points, keep track of them somewhere on my channel. Whoa, that cow is close to the road. She came over here and said, let me check this out. The points, because, I could say, hey, once you get so many points, I'll mail you a cookie from the bakery or something, but then you'd have to that might be an idea. Then you've got people, like, giving up their information, so I know that could be an issue. I'm trying to think of something, like, I'm trying to think around all those kinds of things. Like, I'm not giving this weird guy my address. I already have to go through that. It takes me 3 or 4 minutes every now and then just to clear out all the junk that I get in there. I get very little important email. But it's not a turn. That'll be the other thing. If I use my turn signal when I don't need to, you can also type the word. Then you would type the word dork. Oh, look. I like the word dork. We beat Bob. We beat Bob. The backup noise now, I'm going to say this, and it's probably going to be really bad. I was going to say the backup noise hasn't been so bad lately. Well, we'll see what happens now. See? Like, it's not making the noise. I don't think that got fixed. I don't think he fixed that with the traffic, with the headlight. I think that was going to be another day. Huh. I'm looking at my car. I do not see any mark on it at all. I'm hoping I'd have, like, some hair or something. You know what I mean? I'll have to go over there and look at it. All right, everybody. Another day down. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow is a 6 o'clock day. I have one delivery, usually on Tuesdays. So it's probably going to be a 6 o'clock day. Until then, enjoy. Talk to you later. Bye.